only so many objections we can have to existence before we are out of objections. And when we are actually reaching the last levels and layers of objections to existence, we're coming into what I like to refer as the inner marriage. The inner marriage is when your consciousness, your love, your heart, your masculine becomes fully married to your feminine. That means the end of leaving. It means having gone through the last layer of the human wounding, that wounding which exists at the core of all of us, as we are healing layer after layer of exactly what I described before as an arrival into living in a constant state of love. You see, when you've landed into yourself, wholeness becomes the outset. The abandonment wound is healed. When this is the case, it's a little bit like when a sperm cell hits the center of an egg. You know, that moment where it cracks through and it throws the tail. And thereby it throws its option of turning around and running the other way. The option of moving away. The option of avoiding. You see, the moment that sperm cell, and that's your masculine, that's your consciousness, when that throws the tail, when it signs off on the possibility of leaving yourself, that's when the magic starts to happen, just like when the sperm and the egg cell unite at the core. And this is when the true magic starts. What's the word?
Conception.
Yeah, something like that. That's when the magic actually starts to truly uncrack. And that whole ground of boundless wisdom starts revealing itself inside of you as a static, as a stable grounds of being. That's where passion becomes such a deep seat inside of you that it actually becomes an underlying foundation of well-being. It's also the moment where nothing any longer can make you fall out of love with yourself. And that's actually, I want to say, that's actually where our lives begin. Because at that moment, we land into that ground where the harmony frequency becomes possible. And that harmony frequency and its higher and higher levels of that as well is not, or let's say it's dependent on the wholeness that happens in that inner marriage when masculine and feminine do like this. That kind of union. Yeah. And it's also where the real pulse of the power of creation, the real pulse of nature the real center of the elemental teachings really drop down in as pure knowing. That's where you no longer can separate yourself from that which is moving the trees around your house. You'll simply not be able to find that place where there is me and then there's that.